Okay, so now we got a message. Loss of drive. Seriously? Okay, I have to put on the hazards. We had 5 kilometers left and then we just went into 0. This is today. I'm stranded by the side of the road. Wow, how is this even possible? Hey guys, Kris here. In this video, we're doing the Norwegian high-speed run in the Jaguar I-Pace. The Norwegian high-speed run is a battle against the clock over a route that is 615 kilometers, mostly on motorways, but some high-speed country roads as well. We're starting here at Circle K in Sandvika. We're going south to the train station in Kristiansand and then back again to this starting point. What we're putting to the test is an EV's ability to travel over distance, well, as quickly as possible, because what we're really putting to the test is an EV's range, the efficiency we can get, the fuel consumption, or rather the electricity consumption, and also how quickly this car can charge on its way. Those three things combined will dictate how quickly, this car can complete this route. And when we did this back in winter with this Jaguar I-Pace, it completed the Norwegian high-speed run in, I think it was a little more than 8 hours, which isn't a very, very good time. But now it's summer. It's currently 20 degrees Celsius outside. Here in Oslo, it should be, closer to 25 today. But in Kristiansand, the forecast is quite rainy. So yeah, we're going to have very, very varied weather today. And before we set off, I just want to give a huge thanks to Motorpol AS in Asker for lending me this Jaguar I-Pace. This is actually a campaign model they have now called the I-Pace S Advanced. Starts at 629,000 kroners and comes pretty nicely equipped. So if you are in the market for a Jaguar I-Pace or just an EV in general, please be sure to check the link in the description box down below. Yeah, because this at this price is quite an impressive car. So we're currently just charging here to 100% and then we will be on our way. Okay guys, we have now been on the road for 45 minutes. We are passing the exit to Tønsberg. And yeah, this weather guys, and every time we have beautiful weather like this, I am going to ramble on about it because it's been such a long winter and spring without, beautiful weather. And today, not a cloud on the sky, but that should change as we get further south towards Kristiansand. But yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to, just enjoy this beautiful weather. And guys, consumption is now at 23.3 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, average speed at 109 kilometers an hour. So that is very interesting. And according to the wind map, we should have, some crosswinds here. And then once we start, moving southwest, we should have more of a tailwind. But yeah, I was at filming yesterday and the wind map was just a bit off. So you can't always trust it. It seems very, very calm now. But yeah. Either way, we have about 285 kilometers of range left according to the car. We have 225 kilometers till the train station in Kristiansand, meaning we can get there without any problem. But the question is, can we be able to get back to Tvedestrand, to the Fortum chargers there at Shell? That's really where I want to go because those peak at 110. This car has a peak speed at 110. So if we're able to get there, which I don't think we are, we may be able to, utilize the battery till the very end. But if not, we're going to have to stop at probably Ionity in Lillesand and maybe do 2 charging stops. But we'll have to see along the way because we're going to try to get a good time today. My goal is, if we can get this under 7 hours and 20 minutes, I think we should be very, very satisfied. Just hit Arendal and the skies opened up and it started to pour down. We had nice weather just like 4 minutes ago. So yeah, this is going to affect the consumption, but it's not too bad. We are 63 kilometers away from our turnaround point in Kristiansand. And guys, look at this. The temperature has now dropped to 12 degrees. So yeah, this is some change in weather. It went from like 22 to 12 in like, I don't know, half an hour. And our consumption isn't too bad. 22.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. But I think it's going to, yeah, this is going to affect the consumption. But luckily, since we are on the smallest wheels on this car, the 235 65 18s on the Michelin Latitude tires, I think having narrow tires will benefit us while it is raining. So not so much of a benefit on dry pavement, but now that it started to rain, I think we're going to take advantage of those narrow tires. Welcome to rainy Kristiansand. Oh my God, look at this terrible, terrible weather. 13 degrees Celsius. Oh my God. Yeah, this is a huge difference to, yeah, the weather just about an hour northeast, and I can't wait to get back to Oslo because I'm betting that when we get back to Oslo in about 3.5 hours, 4 hours, it will be like around 24, 25 degrees. So yeah, and yeah, these are vacant. So you have two like these Delta chargers here where you can split between two cars on each. So you basically have 4 charging points. And we're just going to take a look at the consumption, guys. And also the time, 3 hours and 7 minutes to this point, which is, yeah, that's not bad. I mean, when we basically have no traffic, it takes us 3 hours and 5 minutes. So this is one of the best times in a long time. We haven't had too much traffic. Okay, 21.9 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, 101 kilometers an hour in average speed. And we have covered 300 kilometers. 300 kilometers? That's short. 300? It should be, yeah, 3. Okay, so yeah, this car's underreporting. So 305. We should have covered 307. About, yeah, around that. Okay, so that is interesting. So we're gonna head back to towards Oslo again, northwards, and hopefully out of this terrible, terrible rainy weather. But yeah, I think also, guys, 23% battery. I forgot to tell you guys that. But okay, the car's estimating 86 kilometers of range. I'm going to have to calculate off camera if we can make it all the way to Tvedestrand, or if we have to stop at Circle K or Ionity in Lillesand. So I'll catch up with you guys wherever of those two places I stop. Okay guys, so we chanced it and we are heading towards Shell Fortum in Tvedestrand, and things were looking fine for the longest time. The car was estimating more range than the actual distance, but now with only about 14 kilometers to go, the car went into low power mode, so it turned off the infotainment system, it stopped the music. The climate control is now reduced, and I don't know what battery percentage we are at now. I think we're at like 5 or 6, but now the screen went blank. And the car's estimating 5 kilometers of range, and we have 13 kilometers to go. So, it may be the car just, panicking a little bit more than necessary. But I think, according to my calculations, we should basically be able to just about make it on the net battery capacity, because there is a bottom buffer. There should be a bottom buffer. And how many kilowatt hours that is really gives us, yeah, the actual range. And now we're losing power. Look at I'm on the cruise control is at 120, but we're only going about 93. So we are, yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, we have no power at all. Okay. So this is a bit annoying with this car, that at 5% it just goes into total panic mode. And now it seems to be like pulsating. It's very, very weird. 12 kilometers to go. Can we go 12 kilometers like this? Well, we have to, because there are no chargers anywhere between here and where we're going. Look at that. Look at the tach there, or the power gauge. How it keeps on, jiggling, or whatever you want to call that motion. This is very, very weird. Okay, so I'm a bit nervous now, but I just think it's the car that overreacts. I actually do think we're going to make it. 10, 11 kilometers left. Yeah, I think I'm crossing my fingers that we will just be able to make it. Okay, so now we got a message. Loss of drive. Seriously? Did we lose all the battery now? Are we empty? Okay, I have to put on the hazards. No, but seriously, we had 5 kilometers left and then we just went into zero. This is today. This is today. I'm stranded by the side of the road. Wow, how is this even possible? How is this possible? Yeah. We are totally empty. Okay. If you have a Jaguar I-Pace, don't go below 5%. Even if the car's indicating like a few kilometers of range, because it will just stop. Let's see if we can turn on. Yeah, that's funny. Predicted range 395. Let's see if we can put this into drive. No, it won't go. We are totally out of a battery. Okay, so I've stepped out of the car because it's super sketchy sitting in the car next to the motorway here on this hard shoulder, which is half a hard shoulder. It's very small, and cars blasting past at 110, 120 kilometers an hour. Yeah, that is super scary. And I have read too many articles of people, sitting in their car and being hit by, I don't know, a truck or another car. So I'm taking the safe route on the other side of the divider and just chilling out here. But okay. So I've called Jaguar Road Assistance, and they picked up the phone like immediately, and they're sending a car. So hopefully I'm not going to run out of, or hopefully we will be picked up very, very soon. But I was confident that we were going to make it. I was more confident than I've been in a lot of videos, but the car went from like 5 to 0. And I mean, this isn't the first car that has done that. Other cars do that, but usually you have like 5 or 10 or 20 kilometers left to go. We actually run out of electricity, guys. This is the first time. So I'm just gonna hang out here, and I'm gonna catch up with you guys when the truck comes here, and gonna transport us to Shell Fortum in Tvedestrand, just right up the road. We have now been picked up by the truck here. We are now on the truck bed, and it was a bit stressful because it wasn't, easy to pull this car on top of the bed here. We tried starting the ignition and just trying to make it go forward, but it was totally empty. I mean, it wouldn't even move an inch. And then you have to put the car into neutral, but when you put it into neutral, it activated the handbrake, so you had to find a handbrake over here on this side, which I didn't find immediately. But when I finally got it in neutral, we were able to pull it up or winch it up onto the truck easily. So we are now Oscar Mike on the back of the truck bed, and then we are, he's going to drop me off at Shell in Tvedestrand, and we'll see if we will continue this trip. We are now about 1 hour late, so maybe we'll just add an hour to the end of the trip. But this is a second for the Jaguar I-Pace. A second DNF did not finish. We are finally charging here at Shell Fortum in Tvedestrand, guys, and thankfully it was easy, just connecting the charger and swiping my card, and everything worked fine. So I was able to charge it a little bit, drive it off the truck, and then connect it to a charger again. So I think we're just gonna go to, we're gonna have a little bit of a safety buffer this time, guys. I think we're gonna go to like, maybe we'll just go to 70%. I'm going to have to calculate how much juice we really need to get back. But yeah, we're only gonna do this one charging session because, yeah, I've decided we're gonna, you know, continue on and just end the video in Sandvika, so we at least can give the Jaguar I-Pace a proper time. Because, you know, when I first actually did this test, it actually did not finish either, because the car went into total panic mode and I found a charger closer to where I was. I didn't, you know, drive all the way back to Circle K in you know, Sandvika, and that was probably the right decision. That was winter, it was cold, it was dark outside, and I probably wouldn't have been able to make it. And when I reviewed the video, when, you know, we went out, I mean, when the car stopped, we actually had 0 kilometers, but we went from like, it went from like 10 to 7 and then to 5. And then in that clip, it went from 5 and down to 1%. So it just rapidly decreased, even faster than you could, you know, keep up with. So, I mean, it's scary, and that is something to be wary of. I've spoken to Jaguar now, and Motorpool, you know, the dealer I've borrowed this car from, told me that it's not actually their car. This is actually a press car. That I'm borrowing. Apparently, I'm borrowing a press car. I thought I was borrowing a car from them. So, you know, the guy who's the boss at Motorpool there, a really cool guy called Herman, he's told me that several times he's driven, you know, his I-Pace down to 0%. So it has to be something with the calibration of this car. But either way, be wary about driving the I-Pace down to 0%. I wouldn't dare doing that again. Because, yeah, this is the second time with the I-Pace I have experienced that. Yeah, it's really scary, especially when it turns off the infotainment system and everything. It's like that's the last measure. But thankfully, you have road assistance, you know, covered with the I-Pace. So, you know, this was easy. It took me about, I don't know, half an hour from the guy called me till he was there. But we're going to have to subtract about an hour is what I lost in the actual travel time. So, yeah. I'm going to charge here to, I don't know, probably 70 or 80%, and then I will catch up with you guys when we get back to Sandvika. Okay, we are finally back here at our starting point here at Circle K in Sandvika, and we arrived here to 24 degrees and, yeah, sunny weather. It's so weird, the big difference we've had in weather today. You know, 12 degrees in that rainy weather in Kristiansand, and it's basically twice the temperature here. And yeah, sunny blue skies. So yeah, I'm gonna take that any day of the week. Okay, interestingly, our consumption 21.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers, and yeah, that is not bad at all. That's actually quite good, you know, considering the weather we had, the temperature we had. I wasn't expecting, you know, the consumption to be that good, but probably a reason for that is that our average speed was quite low, 90 kilometers an hour. It should be a little bit higher. But yeah, we did encounter some problems today, guys. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. The time the Jaguar I-Pace EV320 completed the Norwegian high-speed run was 8 hours and 13 minutes. But we have to correct the time. We have to subtract about 1 hour in added time because of, yeah, we ran out of battery. And also, since we charged from, you know, 0% to 70%, we're going to have to, yeah, add some time there also, because since we, you know, started so down low in the battery percentage and then went up to 70%, if we started at 10 or 15 and went up to, yeah, 80 or 85, we would have spent a little bit longer time. So I'm going to add about 10 minutes, and that puts this car, as you know, the corrected time at 7 hours and 23 minutes. And that is not bad. As I said, if we could get below 7 hours and 20 minutes, I would be very, very happy with the time. So this basically puts this car with, you know, the Audi e-tron, the Volkswagen ID 358 kilowatt hour battery pack. Though the temperatures with those cars were higher, you know, improves the time immensely with this Jaguar I-Pace. I mean, yeah, very unlucky. We could say me, running out of battery, or the car not being calibrated properly, not being able to trust the car. But that's also why I push these cars to the absolute edge in these videos, so you guys out there don't have to, because potentially I'm one guy making one video, and if 5,000 people watch this video, or 10,000 or 20 or 30 or 40, my videos do get somewhere in the range of, I don't know, a few thousand to over 100,000. The more people who watch the video are more people I'm saving, by warning you that don't go down to 0% with this car until there's a software update or whatever they do to fix it. But when we look at this, the corrected time and try to be objective, the time is not bad at all. So yeah, I'm satisfied with the results. Maybe we'll have to do this test again and not push this car down to 0%. We're right here with 14. Yeah, plenty of juice left. So guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please drop me a thumbs up down below. And for more car content, as always guys, please subscribe. See you guys later and goodbye.
Cloudless skies in the midday